Hi everybody, let's talk MSC, and is this controversial cruise ship worth it, in our opinion, specifically the Yacht Club?
Yeah, specifically the Yacht Club.
So let's dive into it. So we broke this down into 10 categories. Maybe Jack should hold up the fingers.
10
categories plus a bonus point. You should stay tuned to the end because I think the bonus point plus the last one are probably one of the more important ones of this whole review.
All right, let's start with point number 1, the ship. So we sailed on the MSC Seashore in December of 2023. The ship is quite a bit different than NCL, Royal or Celebrity, I would say.
It's an Italian-based company, so it's very shiny.
I thought that I should be wearing sequins most of the time, but it was a nice design.
It was a pretty ship. It was very reflective. There was a lot of reflective surfaces.
Yeah, the design of the ship, like the layout was very nice. Where the Yacht Club is located is at the front of the ship. The rest of the areas were pretty nice that we walked through. There was nothing that we didn't like. There's a cool like kids area that if Poppy had joined us, Poppy would have loved.
Yeah, really cool slide, and I wanted to do it, but you know, kind of couldn't.
Yeah, overall the ship felt very contemporary. It was just not kind of like our style, so that kind of confused me a little bit. But other than that, we liked the ship. Yeah,
like I would say some other suite classes seem a little bit more like relaxed and calming, where this as an overall ship seemed a little bit more like a nightclub.
Oh, the best thing is they have destination elevators. So when you go to the elevator, you push what floor you want to go on. It tells you which elevator to go to, and then you can board that and get off on your floor.
It took some people getting used to, and some people didn't get it.
Like MSC is a polarizing cruise line. Those elevators may be the most polarizing thing that I've ever seen. I enjoy them.
I loved them.
Yes.
But yes. Got anything else on the ship itself?
No, just make sure you're looking good at all times because there are mirrors everywhere.
Well, you'll find out if you don't look good.
Yes. All right, for point number 2, this is probably what everyone wants to know. What is the Yacht Club like?
This is probably also our biggest topic that we're going to talk about.
Biggest. As Poppy would say, biggest.
Poppy's our daughter, in case you're new here. And so let's start out with, it has this ship within a ship feel. You have everything in the Yacht Club is all in one section. You have to be in the Yacht Club in order to access it. It's key card access. You have the restaurant, the sun deck, the rooms, the concierge. All of that is a ship within a ship.
The most important part, the bars are located there too.
Of course, the bars as well. Sorry, forgot that one. But everything is centrally located. You don't have to go up and around to get to something. You're all located in the same spot.
So within the Yacht Club, there are 2 bars, one on the sun deck and one in the lounge. There is the lounge. The observation lounge is on the front of the ship. In there is a full bar with lots of seating. Anyone likes to sit at a bar like myself, there's plenty of seats there. There's also some snacks that are located in that lounge as well.
But there's also seats in the lounge as well, and then there's also seats right in front outside as well.
Oh, true. There is a little outdoor space right in the front, which is kind of cute.
I think it may have been the smoking section,
yeah.
But at least on our sailing, there wasn't that many people actually smoking there. So.
But it's really good for to get shots of stuff because it's a very nice area.
And it's the front of the ship.
Yeah, and right above the lounge is the restaurant. You can actually access the restaurant from the lounge. There's a staircase there. There's also a giant piano, which people played.
Yes, they did have people come in and play the piano, which was nice.
Yep. So right above the lounge is the restaurant, which we will get into in a second.
We'll get into that in another topic.
Yep. And above that is the Yacht Club deck, sun deck area, and there's a full bar there with seating, and then a buffet style restaurant.
I liked that.
Yes, it was very good. It had breakfast.
It had all food. It was nice. It was different than any other suite that we had experienced in the sense that there was food 24/7 outside.
You're getting into the food too early.
I know, sorry.
Sorry, we will cut
there
that.
There was food. We'll talk about it later.
There's also plenty of seating. There's bar service and a pool.
And I would also say that the seating was like high-end loungers and couches, and it was decorated very, very nicely. And then a large pool that you could also swim in, which is also nice.
Yes.
Instead of just sunbathing.
And it follows similar suite classes. Everything felt a little bit upscale versus the base that we saw across the ship. So as Emma had mentioned, the loungers were super nice. The towels were super nice.
I would also say that the sun deck on it seemed huge.
It was ginormous.
Seemed very large.
It never felt crowded.
No, it felt like, oh, I can't find a seat. They're all taken. There was always space, and we were in the Caribbean, so it was a warm cruise. But there was always a seat somewhere.
Yeah, we were really impressed with the Yacht Club's sun deck area. We spent much time up there with sunscreen on because as a ginger, the sun is not my friend. The Yacht Club area is amazing. There's an additional couple perks you get as part of being in the Yacht Club. One, you get priority check-in, and it has a dedicated lane, bag drop-off, everything. It was the quickest. We checked in and we were on the ship in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'd say maybe 30, but like...
And they serve alcohol in the Yacht Club seating area. Lounge as you're ready to check in. Not a lot of alcohol. They had champagne,
juice, water, coffee, tea.
Cookies.
A few cookies, maybe some fruit. I'll show an image here. But usually you don't get alcohol. Usually it's like juice or tea or coffee and...
Yeah, but for anyone that's watched many of our videos, especially our embarkation day, they know that my cruise does not start till I get my first glass of champagne, which happened before I got on the ship this time.
So you were happy.
Yes. So check-in and check-out was amazing. We got escorted off the ship. That was a huge benefit with the Yacht Club. You also get access to some other areas. Emma will get into one of those areas in the next point, but there's an Aurora bar that's adults only section. That's located just outside the Yacht Club. It's easy access. It's a great bar to sit and relax as well if you want to get outside the Yacht Club, but that's included. Usually that is
an upcharge, I believe. If you're in any other room and not the Yacht Club, you would have to pay to get into it. That one was never busy.
Never.
Ever.
There were times where we were the only people there.
Yes, but we liked it. We loved the bartenders on that one.
Yeah, so it was kind of windy on some of the days, and it actually was like a perfect location to block the wind. And so we would sit there at the bar.
Yeah.
And then, as always, in suites, you do have your own concierge. We did not use the concierge that much and did not have the greatest experience with one of the concierges.
But just one. The others were very helpful.
Everyone else but just one was great. They were there for what we needed for, but we didn't use them that much.
Yeah.
I would say there is one difference versus other experiences. The concierge does not help you book a restaurant on Yacht Club. They actually have a maitre d' come into the Yacht Club and they have their own little desk and they help you book specialty dining restaurants.
That is a good point. Last point we got is...
if you book a Yacht Club suite, you get one free change. It is not
no cost. Hence the free means, but...
There are some limitations on what you can do. It has to be pushed out at least 30 days or something like that. Those change quite frequently, so I'm not going to give the specifics. But you do get one free change, and we use that.
We did, actually.
It's super simple.
Yeah.
Point 3, let's talk about the room.
Sounds good. It was a nice room. I was very pleased with it. We were originally supposed to be in an interior one. Didn't realize that we had bid to upgrade. Totally forgot we did that. And got the upgrade.
But we bid
a week before, minimum, very minimum, because we were like, I kind of want to check out the interior Yacht Club. But we ended up with a balcony. It was beautiful. Setup was gorgeous.
They probably had the least amount of mirrors of the ship, though.
There's still some good sized mirrors in that room. You did have a mini bar, which was very nice. That was included, and they restocked it. There was a bar of Toblerone in there. They don't restock that, but they restock everything else. And there was really nice fancy juices and iced tea and sodas and sparkling water, and they replenished that as the cruise went along. There was also a coffee maker in there, so if you needed that quick coffee morning jolt before you got out of your room, there was that. Lots and lots of storage.
Yes.
You could have lived in that room for a while. There was a lot of storage and a lot of closet space. Bathroom was lovely. It did not have a tub, it was a shower. So that's just something to mention.
Well, you do have in the bathroom upgraded amenities as well.
Yeah, it was no brand name.
It was just for MSC, if I remember.
I think it was an MSC brand that was just an upgraded version of, I guess, every other room would have. You also got, occasionally we received some snacks in our room midday, which was nice, like a little cheese plate.
Not that you need any more food on this
No.
cruise.
At night, you got a chocolate on your pillow, which, by the way, they were delicious chocolates. Like, really good chocolate. And then the only other thing to mention about the rooms is that every room is within the yacht club. So if you're in the yacht club, you're in that ship within a ship. There's no other rooms outside of it.
Yeah, you could literally not leave the yacht club.
Yeah. You got everything you need there.
All right, on to point number 4, the butler. So as part of the yacht club, any room has a dedicated butler that you get. We had Anna, who was amazing.
It was our first female butler. I was a big fan. She was lovely, though. She was very helpful. If she saw us walking the halls or anything, she was like, is there anything I can do for you, Emma and Jack? And, like, I think we saw her more than we've seen some other butlers.
Oh, 110% we saw her more. She was always on the hallway. If it was the middle of the day and the rooms were getting cleaned, she was with the room stewards helping or assisting or telling them, hey, this person wants this. We saw her so much.
Yeah. And we usually never have any crazy requests or anything. We're usually pretty simple, so we don't use the butler excessively. But I will say at one point I did mention how yummy the chocolates were that we got on our bed, and on the last night she left me like a plate of several chocolates that I was very, very happy to have received because they were tasty.
Yeah, and with the butler, if you go to the shows, you do there's a reserved area and you'll see your butlers reserving that area for you.
So overall, butler, say thumbs up.
Poppy would do double thumbs up.
Well, I tried, but this kind of looks more like hang loose and
Fins
stuff.
up?
Like, I don't know.
Can you do your 5 again to everyone?
This 5 or this 5?
Point number 5, food and drinks. So we've bundled these together. Emma will cover food because that is her specialty, and I will cover drinks.
We both like drinks, but food I like the most. So let's start off with the food.
We went in with really, really low expectations.
Yes, because I think the food is probably up there on one of the more controversial topics when it comes to MSC.
Yes.
Or at least from what I've seen.
And we didn't try main dining. We strictly stayed with the yacht club dining. We did order pizza one night and did one specialty dining.
Otherwise, we didn't eat anywhere else on the ship. So I can't speak too much to like the buffet and all the other foods. We have discussed with some people that were on our cruise after the fact, and they said some of it was pretty mediocre or missing, or apparently the desserts weren't great, but we didn't experience that, so we can't talk about that. Now, for the yacht club for the food, we've got the main dining room, and then we have the pool bar buffet thing that I started talking about because I got excited. Let's start up at the sun deck.
It is not just a buffet. You can actually order food up there.
Oh yeah, you could order like a cheeseburger or something,
Yes,
right?
and you could order in the morning, you could order eggs. You wanted eggs
or
you wanted toast or French toast.
We did do that for breakfast. Forgot about that. But it's an extensive buffet. It's not like you have 1 or 2 options. They have a bread section and cheese section and then like a whole big hot section. And every time we went up there was food. So maybe not like late at night, but throughout the day there was food. So even if you just wanted a little snack, which I tend to do a lot, I could go and just grab a little bite of something. And it was good food. Like everything I had there was very tasty. Now on to...
And they have the little jars of jam.
It was good jam.
Like the little jars of jam and the little jars of ketchup. It just felt like, I don't know what it is, but like every time you get those little jars, it just feels a little bit more premium.
Feel a little classier,
Yeah,
a little fancy.
That's just your jar.
It's just your jar. Okay, and then
I don't share my jar with you.
Now on to the yacht club dining area. We did breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. Okay, the menu changes for each one of those. Was
Every day.
breakfast the same though? I think breakfast stayed the same. The thing I would say to keep in mind with the main dining room is it is an Italian cruise line. So if you kind of ordered in the mindset of what would be good for, if I was in Italy, what would I want to order? Then I would say the food was decent. Like the food really wasn't bad. You ordered some things with not the Italian mindset.
No.
And they weren't very good. So I would say just if you're gonna order food, like their pasta, I always try pasta when we're on cruise ships because I love pasta, But cruise ships, for some reason, can never get pasta right. It's either not cooked all the way, it's cold, it's stuck together. Their pasta was really good. I enjoyed it. And it was also homemade pasta. So, like...
And their breads were good.
Their breads were fantastic. And I think keeping in mind with that, like, Italian cruise line, coming as an American, they had little things that maybe for Europeans wouldn't feel like it was upscale, but as an American, like the fancy juices or things like that, gave it a little bump up. The jams, the fancy juices that were in your room, the like nice cheese that you could do for dessert. I guess if you didn't want it for dessert and an appetizer, you could, but they had a huge cheese display. They just had little touches that were very European that made it feel nicer and higher end.
I would say we've had worse food on a cruise line.
Yes.
So we went in thinking this was going to be the worst food we've had in our entire life on a cruise line.
I thought I'd be hungry.
And it was not the worst food we've had on a...
I ate a lot of pasta and I was very happy.
Now, this is one area where Emma and I don't 100% agree. Emma thinks it's better than I think it is, but if you're looking for a meal, you can find it in the restaurant.
But at the same time, then we did order the late night pizza, which again, think Italian, pizza. That was definitely the best pizza we've had on a cruise ship.
Eh.
You didn't think that was the best cruise?
I think it was cruise line pizza.
For a cruise ship, was that the best pizza we've had?
I prefer a thinner crust. This was a little thicker crust. That would be the only thing at my...
But it was like a wood-fired pizza. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. It was free to have it delivered to the room.
Yeah, and it was tasty.
Yep.
We may have gone a little overboard the one night, but it was good.
But our butler told us we had to order the pizza.
She did, and she was right, because it was good pizza. Now on to drinks.
Yes. So the best way I can describe this is if you've ever been on any other cruise line, it's the drinks in the yacht club were very similar to just any other bar that you would order from. There was nothing like special about it. They can make basic drinks. I think the more complex drinks were not as good.
I didn't have anything too complex, so.
But like the biggest benefit is if you book a yacht club, you get the premium drinks package included. So all your drinks are included across the board. That's alcohol, that's Red Bulls, that's coffees.
Yeah. I will say they had some really nice coffees. Like I had a Nutella coffee one day, and they had some fancy coffees that you could get in the yacht club that were nice. I know that's not alcohol, but like.
But we could not find anything that was not included in your alcohol package.
No.
Like we tried. Well, the wine bar, we did find one area. So there is one area on the ship that is a wine bar, kind of self-service wine bar.
Yeah.
It must be used for other things, but it's a self-service wine bar. That one did cost extra, was not included in your drinks package, but every other bar, you could order like Macallan scotch, you could order a nice beer, you could order some nice wines, and they were all included.
But going back to the cocktails, the only thing I would say, and I don't think we took full advantage of this because we didn't realize it until the last day when we were sitting at the bar and kind of talking to one of the bartenders more, is that the yacht club has an extensive list of alcohol and mixed cocktails and things like that. So in my head, I kind of just was like, oh, well, I'll just order what they have here because if they've listed this as one of their specialty cocktails, it should be pretty good. Well, through talking to the bartender, he was like, yeah, they're fine. If you tell me what you like, I can make something for you. And he did make us something, and I do think it was way better than the ones listed on the things.
Yeah, it's a lesson learned.
I would say, in that sense, like, give it a try and kind of talk with the bartender and tell him what you like, what you don't like, and have him make some cocktails for you. Because I do think they did pretty good on the cocktails.
Yeah, and we tried out a lot of the bars on the ship. That was the one thing we got.
Surprise if you've watched us before.
Yeah, all the bartenders made good drinks.
Yeah.
So like every bar we went to was amazing, and the designs of the bars were great.
Mm-hmm.
So there is one point I will add on drinks is they do run out of stuff. So one thing we went into this knowing is MSC is notoriously known for running out of stuff during your cruise. And we saw that a couple times with certain wines, not so much on the liquors, but...
No, it'd be like they ran out of limes. There was one bottle of wine that we ordered one night, and the guy came back and was like, I'm sorry, we're out of this, but I have this one, which is actually a nicer bottle. You're more than welcome to have this.
Yes.
So they were like really nice about it. They weren't like, nah, sorry, try again.
Yep.
Like, they gave us another suggestion based off of what we had
Yeah,
ordered.
we went from like a wine. That was the only time we got something that was not technically included in the drinks package. I go back to my previous point. But they gave it to us in the drinks package because they were out of what was included.
Yeah, that covered food and drinks.
Yeah, they're included in the yacht club.
Which is always fantastic.
Yes.
When you don't have to pay more for alcohol, it's always great.
Yep.
Okay, point number 6.
So connectivity and Wi-Fi, because everyone is on the connection now. So as part of the yacht club, each person in the room gets Wi-Fi included on one device. It is not necessarily like, you're not going to be streaming like Hulu all the time, but it is adequate Wi-Fi if you need to do emails, stream, like YouTube.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken though, it's 2 devices per room. So if you have a room with kids or more than 2 people, you do only get to 2 devices.
Yeah, Poppy would not have access to the internet. But it does suffice. I don't know if you can do video conference or anything like that, but for simple emails and typical work things, it worked just fine.
Yeah, we had no issues. I mean, I posted to Instagram, it was pretty fast, and we had no issues with it. It was great, good for texting, worked great. It was nice to have that included and not have to pay more for that. Like, and know that, okay, we have a baseline that we can at least...
And there was no minute limit. You had unlimited.
As well, yeah. Thought that was fantastic.
Yep. All right, point number 7. Along with booking a yacht club, your tips for the crew are included in the cost of the cruise. So that is a huge benefit. A lot of times you get hit with that added expense at the end of your cruise, or you prepay it. But these are included already in the cruise fare.
Which is a big point when you're trying to budget everything. I mean, we always tend to tip extra when people do that, like great service and stuff, and just the butler and just people that
go above
and beyond. We always tend to give a little bit more of a tip. But to know that the big tips are all paid for, it's a plus. I mean, it's great with budgeting.
Yes. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, as well as the little notification bell so you're aware our next video pops up. Point number 8. So as part of the, that's only 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only 7. 8. As part of booking a yacht club, you get access to the thermal spa Aurora included with your cruise fare.
Yes, and I was a fan of that. We have not done any other suite class where the spa has been included unless you were to book like a spa, like a specific spa room, which we never do because they're just more money and we never know if we enjoy it.
We are budget suite travelers.
But no matter what room, even if you were in the interior yacht club, the thermal spa was included. So we actually tried it out, which was kind of fun.
We tried almost all the rooms.
Yeah,
and the hot tub.
I think there was one room maybe that we didn't do. We did all
You didn't do the snow room.
No, I wasn't doing that one. We did different saunas. We did the hot tub. We did
steam room.
The rain thing. We did a bunch. It was pretty cool, to say the least.
Yeah, it's nice that that's included in your fare.
Yeah, so when we got on board, that we did go check out the spa, and they did the little tour that most spas do and showed it to us. And then we were told that, yes, we do have access to this, but for our specific cruising, we got to access it one day, and we just had to make a reservation on what day we wanted to use it. So we did that, and we enjoyed it, and it wasn't like you have it for this day for an hour. We could have stayed in there probably all day if we really wanted to, which we didn't need to, but it was fun to try out.
Yeah, it was nice it's included.
We did a sauna for the first time.
Yes, Emma experienced a true sauna for the first time.
I thought it was fun. Saunas always kind of scared me.
And you felt
shutting down.
Rejuvenated. You felt rejuvenated after, didn't you?
I did. I didn't think it was going to do a darn thing, and it felt really nice after the fact. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, it felt very adulty.
But I think having that as a nice little perk, whether you use it or not, is just kind of a fun little bonus. Like, it's just fun.
Yep. All right. We're going on to point number 9.
I'm going to take this one. So we did a Caribbean cruise. So that meant that we went to their private island. And obviously, if you don't go to their private island, this one doesn't pertain to you. But We went to their private island. Since we were in the yacht club, we got access to what was called Ocean House, which was this whole section that was just for people that stayed in the yacht club, which we've never been to any private island that includes anything. If you're in any of the suites, you always have to pay for something if you wanted like nice little areas or activities. So with this, it had its own private beach. It had a restaurant, talking about food again.
Bar.
A bar, a nice little inside space that was air conditioned, so if it was too hot outside, you could cool off a little bit. A really large porch, so you could get some shade. They had loungers in direct sun on the beach or up on like a grass area that was like shaded, which was good for this guy. And really, really nice ocean views. And then at lunchtime, they had a full menu, and we ordered a good amount from that menu because we wanted to try it. And the food was good. I mean, the lobster roll, I would say, could have used some more lobster. I don't know if I would have ordered it again. But everything else that we got, I thought was really good. And it was nice that we didn't have to go searching for like the buffet and get stuff. Like, it was a order from a menu, sit down, they bring it to you, plated. Really tasty.
Hey, can we talk about the butler one more time? Our butler, not only do they work on the ship, they also come with you to this private area and are your waiters at the area. So, like, honestly, they work their butts off. They
work very hard. And they would see us and be like, oh, Miss Emma, Jack, do you need anything? Can I get you a juice, a drink, like anything, a water, anything? So they were, again, very attentive, very, very, very good.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I want to mention, too, is that the yacht club area is a little walk from where you get off. But when you get off, they have the glorified golf cart.
It was a golf cart.
It was
not
a longer golf cart.
It was still a golf cart.
Okay.
Don't change it. Just because it's a longer golf cart doesn't make it not a golf cart.
They gave you a ride to it, so you didn't have to walk, or if mobility was an issue, you could hop on and get there easily, which was nice.
And it was very clear that it was just for yacht club. Like, they had like a little seating area and signs that said yacht club this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I would add is the island itself is amazing. You dock at the pier, so it is not a tender port.
Which is nice.
And it's right next to the island, so it's a quick walk. It's also a preserve.
Yes, I did like that a lot.
So one negative is it will be closing for a short period of time through 2024 into 2025, I believe, because they are building out a research facility on the island as part of MSC's kind of initiatives. They're partnering with some nonprofits to do a research center for marine wildlife.
Which I thought was amazing. The only other thing I would say too is it is a newer island, so don't expect like Royal where you're gonna have like
it's not
too much
day.
to do. Like it's limited on what you can actually do. And I believe they also said they were going to work on the beach area of the yacht club when they do close it down as well, make it a little more sandy because it was a little rocky.
And there's a really cool lighthouse that's right next to the ship that does a show, but right before you leave.
That was fun. It was a whole like light show with music and
yeah, it's pretty cool.
It was a fun little touch.
Yeah, overall we enjoyed the island.
Yeah, it was a good one. Nice to walk around. There were several bars that you could stop at, several places you could just sit and relax. Obviously those like extras that you can pay for as well, but it was a nice island and I really, really appreciate what they have planned for it. I think that's fantastic to do some research and preserve and everything, so.
All right, we've come to number 10, which is probably what everyone has been waiting for, the price. So we booked a MSC Yacht Club experience for under $1,000.
Or like just a tiny bit above. Maybe it was like 12.
After the upgrade, it was 12. It was $997 for the interior room.
Okay, that was less than I thought it was.
That
okay.
includes, as we've told you, drinks, tips, Wi-Fi, priority boarding, your butler service. So price-wise, you can find really good deals on MSC. We've also seen prices on some of MSC ships that just rivals other suite classes. So what we would suggest is if you find a good deal and you compare it to other cruise lines, book it.
But keep in mind that it's not the exact same experience as you're going to get on some of those other lines when it is so much cheaper. Like, the food is good and edible, but it's not at like the same high level as some other ones. And just some of the other little things. Like,
I hate to use the term you get what you pay for, but that's kind of it. But I think you get more than you pay for with MSC.
But you still get what you pay for. Yeah, like, it's a mix. It's kind of a hard...
Yeah, it's really tough. I would say prices, you're going to see good deals, especially in the Caribbean. They offer 3, 4, and 5-day trips. So if you want a quick getaway, you can find some really good deals. It's like, if you find a good deal, definitely go for it. Give it a try. See if it's for you.
We will do a comparison video later on between all the big suite classes that we have done, but keep in mind you get what you pay for, in a sense. Like, yes. It's a lot more affordable. You can't go in with the exact same expectations of one that you're paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for.
Yep, exactly.
Our last point that you've all been waiting for, the bonus point.
This is not included in the 10.
It's number
we're turning it
11.
We're turning it up to 11. Okay. I don't know if you know what that means, but... So... MSC offers status match, and not just cruise line status match. They will match hotel status. So we booked MSC, having never cruised before with MSC, and were immediately put in the top tier status because they status matched our Hilton Diamond status, which gave us $50 on board, a specialty dining for free.
Included, yeah.
Laundry discount, a bunch of other benefits, plus 10% off your cruise price. So I'll put the link in the description below on how to get that status match, but they offer it for cruises as well as hotels, as well as tour operators. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it is an option. And it was super fast, like 24 hours, had the status match.
Which is amazing, because we got so much stuff. Like, we would have discounts in the spa, I think the shops. There was like a lot of different things that it included, where in any other line, you would have had to have sailed so long. Like, this literally could be the first cruise you have ever gone on in your entire life, and you have status with a hotel, and you could go in with the highest status that they have, which is crazy.
I've never been on a cruise line and had like the card that makes everyone go like, ooh. But I had Diamond, so I had the card.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I mean, I have to say, it was a nice perk.
Yeah.
Definitely worth looking into if you have status on other things, other cruises or hotels.
So the question that you're wondering probably, would we do MSC again?
I would say yeah.
I would say yes, with a caveat. I think MSC in the yacht club is the only way I would do it, based on the stories we've heard from other people.
But at the same time, we did sit at a bar and speak to a lovely older couple who paid like $200 or $250.
Oh, that's true.
For an interior room, and they lived in Florida, and they were like, we can't get a hotel room and our food for this price for like a 4-day anywhere on a trip. So if you look at it like that on a budget, like, it's not a bad option.
Yes, I take back my statement. Yes, I would do MSC again. I went in with the expectations that I would never do MSC again, and left with saying,
I would do it again.
I would do it again.
I mean, if we could do the yacht club, I probably would prefer to do the yacht club, but...
we would prefer to do the suite on any cruise line.
Well, yes, but like... But if it was something like we could do a cruise for a few $100, and the other one's not in budget, I would try it.
You are correct.
Like, it's a good deal. You can't get a hotel, like you said, you literally can't get a hotel room for that.
So be on the lookout for our next MSC cruise video.
That's not for a while.
All right. We hope you enjoyed it. Emma, you want to close us out?
So till next time, get out and live a little. Bye, guys.
The rejuvenated. Yeah, that'll make it the final cut. I don't know.
Sicily or somewhere. I don't know exactly.
Sicily.
But I don't know. Barcelona. I don't know. They get on somewhere different and they just do a cruise. It's just different.